Hey, you, the professional feeling trapped in a rut. You've read the books, watched motivational talks, set ambitious goals, and tried to think positively, but nothing sticks. Picture this. One person loses their job and spirals into despair, blaming everyone else. They point fingers at the economy, curse their boss, and sink into self-pity. Another person loses their job but rises early, sharpens their skills, and reinvents their career. Same event, vastly different outcomes. Why? The answer is stark but clear. It's not life that breaks you. It's how you think that lets it happen. This is why Stoicism matters now more than ever. In a noisy, chaotic world full of excuses, temptations, and emotional fragility, Stoicism reminds you that you control your mind, not your emotions. Society, or past mistakes. Transforming your life doesn't start with your job, relationships, or bank account. It begins with your mindset. Master your mind, and everything else aligns. But be warned, the principles we'll explore aren't soft advice. They're raw, unflinching truths that challenge your ego. They're not for the faint-hearted. If you're fed up with feeling stuck, tired of coasting on autopilot, and done crumbling when things don't go your way, you're in the right place. This video lays out 10 Stoic principles to reclaim control over your emotions, habits, goals, and life. Each is rooted in the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca. Explained clearly and practically, we'll dive deep into emotional resilience, mental discipline, self-awareness, and the gritty process of becoming who you're meant to be. Each rule comes with a Stoic quote or principle, not for decoration, but as a tool for reflection and action. Before we start with the first rule, get ready to commit. If you're done blaming the world and ready to rebuild yourself, if you want to master your emotions instead of being their puppet, if you're serious about transforming your mind and life, leave this affirmation in the comments now. I refuse to let emotions dictate my life. Don't skip this, hit like, comment below. Share this with someone who needs it. And subscribe for more Stoic strategies. Most importantly, don't tune out. Each rule builds on the last and will reshape how you think. Let's dive in. Rule 1. Stop negotiating with your weaknesses. You must build your life action by action, and be content if each one achieves its goal as far as possible. No one can stop you. Marcus Aurelius. The biggest mistake professionals make when trying to change is bargaining with their flaws. You tell yourself, 1 more hour of sleep won't hurt, or I'll start that project tomorrow, or I'll cut ties with that toxic colleague after one last favor. Every time you negotiate, your weakness wins, and when it wins enough, it defines you. Think about it. The strongest version of you, disciplined, focused, unshakable, isn't lost. It's buried under years of comfort, excuses, and emotional indulgence. You can't become that version if you keep compromising every time life gets tough. You won't transform your career or life by folding when you feel uninspired, isolated, or inconfortable. Stoics knew this well. They didn't chase comfort. They trained to face adversity head-on, because every moment of struggle, every hardship, every temptation resisted is a victory for your character. Ask yourself when your alarm rings, do you rise like a leader or let emotions hit snooze when stress hits? Do you face it with resolve or escape into distractions like social media or comfort food? When old habits tempt you, do you stand firm or say, just this, once? The brutal truth is, you'll never transform your life if you don't kill the part of you that makes excuses. There's no peace without discipline, no greatness without sacrifice, no resilient mind without confronting your weaknesses and declaring, not today. Every time you delay your potential, you're not just wasting time, you're betraying your future. Next time you're tempted to hit snooze, indulge a toxic habit, or waste another day, don't argue or justify. Stand up, silence the excuses, and choose strength over ease. That's how leaders are forged. One disciplined action at a time. It doesn't matter how far behind you feel or how many times you've stumbled. The moment you stop bargaining with weakness, your transformation begins. Leave this affirmation in the comments. No more deals with weakness. I choose strength. Rule 2. Master your reactions, or they'll master you. It's not things that upset us, but our judgments about them. Epictetus. Imagine this: two colleagues hear the same harsh feedback. One brushes it off calmly, unmoved. The other carries it like a wound for weeks. Same words, same moment, but wildly different realities. Why? Because it's not the feedback that hurts, it's how you respond. Not the missed promotion, the difficult client, or the market downturn. Your interpretation and reaction shape your emotional state. Most professionals live as slaves to their emotions, letting minor moments steal their peace. They hand over control of their mood to strangers, online comments, or things they can't change. Stoicism flips this. You can't control what happens, but you can control how you respond. Let that sink in. Every time you snap, overthink, or spiral over external events, you're giving away your power. Worse, you become predictable, easily manipulated. Those who can't control their reactions are like puppets. Pull the right string, and they explode, freeze, or crumble. Do you want to live like that? Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you'll find strength. How do you take control? First, slow your reactions. When triggered, pause, breathe deeply, and step back mentally. Ask, what in this can I actually control? If the answer is nothing external, your only battle is within. Second, separate facts from feelings. A client was rude, that's a fact. I'm not good enough, that's a story you're telling yourself. Train to see reality without emotional distortion. Third, reclaim your peace. Peace isn't passivity, it's unshakable resolve. It's responding with calm strength. Not panits. It's knowing your reactions are always your responsibility, no matter how unfair life feels. Those who master their reactions wield true power. Why they don't buckle under pressure. They choose deliberate actions and live on their terms. This is a skill you can build. You don't need to be born calm. You train it like a muscle. Each time you resist reacting emotionally, each time you stay balanced, you prove you're not your feelings, you're their master. Next time someone provokes you, remember their words hold no power unless you grant it. Their actions don't define you, but your response always does. To transform your life, stop reacting to every slight as if your peace is up for auction. Respond like a leader ready for battle alert. sharp, and grounded. The one who controls their reactions controls their destiny. Leave this affirmation in the comments. My peace is mine. I won't give it away. Rule 3. Do the hard things, especially when you don't feel like it. If you would improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Epictetus. Deep down, you know what's needed to change your life. Wake up early. Stop wasting time. Cut toxic ties. Exercise. Learn. Say no. Speak up. Yet you don't do it. Why? It's tough. It feels uncomfortable. Your emotions scream louder than your discipline. Stoics didn't wait to feel ready. They trained their minds to expect resistance and saw discomfort as the forge of character. If your actions depend on your emotions, you'll never build a meaningful career or life. You won't always feel like doing the right thing. You won't always feel motivated. That's reality. Here's the difference. The weak wait for motivation. The strong rely on discipline. Motivation is fleeting emotion. Discipline is a deliberate choice. Every time you tackle the hard task, despite reluctance, you're forging mental armor. Hitting the gym when exhausted is a win. Having that tough conversation you dread is growth. Stepping out of your comfort zone to face fear is true strength. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." How many battles have you lost in your mind before even trying? How many goals have you delayed, not because they're unreachable, but because they feel daunting to change your life? Stop fearing discomfort. Embrace it. Lean into it. What you avoid today becomes tomorrow's regret. There's always a reason to wait. But waiting costs years you can't reclaim. So get up and act. Even if your mind resists. Even if it feels unfair. Even if no one applauds. You don't need praise or perfect conditions. You need relentless effort. When your body wants to quit. When emotions complain. When doubts creep in. That's when you push harder. Those moments birth strength. Choose the pain of discipline now, or the pain of regret later. Only one path builds the life you want. Stop chasing shortcuts or expecting ease. Real change is messy, lonely, and painful, but it's worth it. Every challenge you conquer today makes tomorrow easier. Every stand against hardship becomes tomorrow's proud story. Rule 4. Eliminate distractions and own your focus. If you are everywhere, you are nowhere. Seneca. Our world screams for your attention. Notifications, emails, headlines, gossip, ads, and noise. You're pulled in every direction. Then wonder why you feel anxious, lost, or disconnected. You can't transform your life with a scattered mind. Stoicism demands you guard your focus like it's your lifeline, because it is. Stoics didn't just value silence and strength. They revered clarity. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, "Focus every minute like a Roman, tackling your task with precision and sincerity." He didn't advocate multitasking or scrolling for inspiration. He meant deep, intentional focus. Reflect, how often are you truly present in your work? How much time do you create versus consume? How many hours vanish in mindless scrolling, overthinking, or distractions that don't serve your growth? The issue isn't just attention, it's where you direct it. That's where your energy, time, and potential flow. Here's a harsh truth. Most people aren't addicted to laziness. They're addicted to noise. They can't sit in silence, work without checking their phone, or persist long enough to master anything. If that's you, this isn't judgment. It's a wake-up call. A distracted mind leads to a wasted life. To fix it. First, cut digital, noise mute, non-essential notification. Set strict social media limits. And treat your phone as a tool, not a leash. Second, carve out sacred time for deep focus, even just 60 minutes daily. Free from distractions. Devoted to your most critical work. This is where clarity lives and self-respect grows. Third, train attention like a muscle. Practice being fully present in simple acts, eating, walking, reading, working. The more you do this, the stronger your focus becomes. The world will always try to steal your attention, but you decide what deserves it. A focused professional is formidable. They build, improve, grow, and lead. Your ability to transform your life ties directly to your ability to prioritize what matters. Distractions won't stop, and noise is constant. But master your focus, and you master your world. From today, silence the chaos, eliminate the trivial, and channel your energy into what builds your future. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I control my focus. My attention shapes my future. Rule 5. Stop seeking validation. You don't need permission to grow. We love ourselves more than others, yet care more about their opinions. Marcus Aurelius. Let that hit hard. You claim you want to grow, to be strong and untouchable, yet you hesitate, doubt, and shrink. Why? You're scared of what others will say. You crave approval. You wait for a green light to move forward. Stoicism forces you to face this. The world doesn't care about your potential, and you don't need its applause to act. You can't transform your career or life waiting for everyone to cheer your every step. Here's what no one tells you: the more you grow, the more resistance you'll face, not just from rivals, but from those closest to you. Your discipline highlights their inertia. Your confidence threatens their comfort, so they mock, doubt, or try to keep you in a box. They understand. A Stoic doesn't live to please others. They live for virtue, not approval, for truth, not popularity. Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. If you fear looking odd, being misunderstood, or standing alone, you'll never rise. You'll stay average, silent, and stuck just to fit in. No one's coming to save you or validate your worth. You grant yourself that authority. The moment you stop needing approval, you become powerful. You stop waiting and start acting. You stop begging and start building. You stop explaining and start evolving. If they laugh at your new habits or don't get your boundaries, so what? You're not here to be understood by the small-minded. You're here to become unbreakable. If that means walking alone, do it with pride. Greatness is a solitary road, but it's the most honest, rewarding, and free. Stop waiting, apologizing, or explaining. You don't need their approval or recognition. You just need to decide to stop playing small. Rule 6. Silence is power. Speak less. Master more. Let silence be your general rule, or say only what is necessary, in few words. Epictetus. We live in a world where everyone craves to be heard, but few listen. Everyone wants to seem wise, but few invest the time to become wise. The result, endless noise, empty opinions, and shallow lives. Stoics know better. Silence isn't weakness, it's mastery. Why? Because those who speak less listen more, learn faster, respond thoughtfully, and preserve their power to transform your mind. Master your words. Not every situation needs your reaction. Not everyone deserves your explanation. Not every thought needs to be voiced. The more you speak, the more you reveal fears, insecurities, or plans to those who don't need to know. But in silence, you're unreadable, and that's power. Marcus Aurelius. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. One of the first things to master is your tongue. Constant talking, defending, justifying, proving means you're reacting to the world instead of shaping it. Let others chase attention or validation. You stay silent, focused, and move with purpose. Silence isn't passive, it's calculated presence. It means speaking less, but with greater impact. Letting your actions roar louder than words ever could. Silence protects you. It guards your energy from pointless arguments, your dignity from emotional outbursts, your strategy from those who don't need to know. How do you master it? First, embrace not responding instantly. Texts, insults, or provocations can wait. Let time speak for you. Second, get comfortable being misunderstood. Silence teaches you to accept when others misjudge you. You don't need to clarify your worth. You build it. Third, focus on being, not performing. While others posture for power, you cultivate it quietly. The Stoic path isn't loud or flashy, it's disciplined, intentional, and rooted in silence. So speak less. Preserve your peace. And let your silence unnerve the insecure. Let it amplify your strength. Leave this affirmation in the comments. My silence speaks my strength. Rule 7. Own your mistakes without shame or excuses. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a person perfected without trials. Seneca. Everyone screws up, fail, and carries regrets. The difference between a broken life and a rebuilt one lies in how you face your errors as a warrior or a coward. Most choose to dodge, they blame others, make excuses, or hide behind distractions, denial, or fake positivity. Stoicism demands you confront reality with brutal honesty, because the only way to become unbreakable is to be ruthlessly truthful with yourself. Wasted years in a toxic work environment, own it. Betrayed your own standards. Admit it. Lied. Procrastinated. Or self-sabotaged. Acknowledge it not with guilt or shame, but with courage. Shame keeps you stuck. Accountability sets you free. Admitting mistakes doesn't mean wallowing in regret. It's standing up and saying, yes, I failed, but now I rise and won't repeat it. Seneca reminds us that every trial, every mistake, every scar is essential to becoming who you're meant to be. Don't hide your wounds, they prove you've lived, fought, and learned. Don't chase perfection, it's the enemy of growth. Embrace radical honesty that makes you flinch but fuels transformation. You can't fix your life by rewriting the past to feel better. Stand tall in the fire of your truth. Take full responsibility not just for your past, but for who you choose to become now. No stories, no lies, no dodging the mirror. Own it all, then rise from it. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I own my past and rise with purpose. Rule 8. Embrace discomfort as your teacher. Don't hope that events will turn out as you want. Welcome them as they come. This is the path to peace. Epictetus. Here's a truth that can transform your life. If you let it, discomfort isn't your enemy, it's your mentor, your challenge, your breakthrough. Most people flee discomfort. They distract themselves, numb it with noise, food, or entertainment, or spiral into overthinking when insecure. But growth lies on the other side of discomfort. Stoics didn't seek an easy life. They sought strength to navigate a chaotic world. You can't build muscle without tearing it in training, or a resilient mind without facing hardship. Stop running from tough moments. Sit with them. Ask, what is this teaching me? What strength is this pain forging every setback? Delay or rejection isn't punishment, it's preparation. Stoicism isn't about feeling good, it's about becoming better, even when things are tough. Marcus Aurelius faced plagues, wars, and betrayals, yet wrote, "If it's endurable, endure it. Don't complain. That's not cold, it's clarity." Discomfort doesn't come to destroy you. It comes to reshape you. Next time pain hits, remind yourself, this moment isn't for comfort, it's for building strength. When you stop fearing discomfort, you become unstoppable. Leave this affirmation in the comments. Discomfort is my teacher. I'm done running. Rule 9. Discipline trumps motivation. Build it daily. No one is free who is not master of themselves. Epictetus. Ask yourself, are you truly free? Or are your emotions running the show? Freedom isn't doing what you want, it's doing what you must. Especially when you don't feel like it. That's discipline, the line between the weak and the strong. Dreamers and doers. Talkers and builders. Motivation is a fleeting spark. Discipline is a system. It shows up when you're tired. When motivation whispers, stay in bed. It pushes you to act on bad days. Stoics mastered this. They trained their minds to ignore unhelpful emotions, building habits and values based on who they wanted to be, not how they felt. Marcus Aurelius led an empire through grief and exhaustion, not waiting for perfect feelings, but acting out of duty to change your life. Don't chase fleeting motivation hacks. Build daily discipline. Wake up on time. Move your body. Eat intentionally. Learn constantly. Focus. Reflect. It's repetitive, unglamorous, but it works. It shapes character. You won't always feel like acting, and that's fine. Show up anyway. Discipline holds you steady when motivation fades. Master it, and you won't need inspiration. You'll be the one who moves forward no matter what. That's power. That's self-respect. That's Stoicism. Rule 10. Stop living in your head. Live in alignment with action. Don't waste time debating what a good person should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. Thinking is easy. Dreaming of being wiser, stronger, better is easy. But that doesn't change your life. Action does. Not random action, but purposeful, directed effort. Stoics believed philosophy isn't just for thinking, it's for living. They didn't just talk about self-control, they practiced it quietly. They didn't post about peace or discipline, they embodied it when no one was watching. Most people live two lives, one in their heads, full of goals and clarity, and one in reality, full of contradictions, excuses, and chaos. They say they want growth but procrastinate. They claim to value peace but gossip. They aspire to Stoicism but act like slaves to emotion. The truth is brutal. It's not what you know, but what you do. All the quotes, motivation, and wisdom are meaningless if your daily actions betray them. To fix your life, stop performing, stop pretending, stop talking, start living it. You know what to do. Do it now. If you call yourself a Stoic, train your emotions daily. If you value time, don't waste it. If you claim focus, prove it through your choices. Don't chase perfection, chase alignment. When your values and actions sync, you feel whole. That's where peace lives. Marcus Aurelius didn't dream of an ideal self. He said, "Be that person now, not when it's convenient, but right now. Ask yourself, what would my strongest self do in this moment? Then do it. Let your life speak louder than words. Let your persistence replace the need for applause. Let kie alignment make you untouchable. When your actions match your values, you conquer your weaknesses, not for others, but for yourself." Leave this affirmation in the comments. I'm ready to live in alignment. These are the 10 Stoic rules to rebuild your life, not fluffy self-help or empty pep talks, but truths that shatter illusions and forge character. Apply them, and you'll stop being a victim of emotions or circumstances. You'll resist temptations, setbacks, and doubts. You'll live as a Stoic, not emotionless, but emotionally resilient. Not perfect, but aligned. Not loud, but undeniably powerful. This path isn't easy, and it's not for the weak, but it's the only road to a life of self-respect, clarity, and true inner freedom. Now act. Don't let this video be a fleeting spark. Pick one rule. Apply it today. Then keep going tomorrow. Transform your mind. Transform your life. The Stoics gave you the blueprint. Now you're the builder. Leave this final affirmation in the comments. I fix my mind. I fix my life. For more wisdom like this, hit like, comment below, share with someone ready to grow, and subscribe for more ancient truths turned into modern strength. Let's build together.